Welcome everybody. Thank you for tuning in into the PSCL Game 1. Today we have the Colonials taking on the Rush. The Colonials are currently 2 and 4, 4.5 games back in first place. And we have the Rush who are 0 and 7 and 7 games back. Today pitching for the Colonials is going to be Cohen Goes. Oh, and he slipped. Fell backwards, and the leadoff batter is Brady Mimic is rounding first. He's going to have himself a... He's going to be on second base after the slip up by the left fielder, Avery Stolick. So he was pedaling back, but it looks like he couldn't keep his balance together, and now there's a runner in scoring position with no outs here in the top of the first inning. And now due up, we have Ricky Kubuta. It's going to be the DH and the starting pitcher for the Rush. And Cohen Goes in his last time pitching was against the Grizzlies on June 12th. Takes for ball 1. Cohen Goes went 2 innings, allowed 2 hits, 2 walks, and 3 strikeouts, with no earned runs given. So the count's currently 1-0 here in the top of the first inning. Ooh, takes for strike 1. Now the Reds are still looking for their first win of the season, but there's still another 2 weeks left. We're halfway through week 2 of the PSCL. Still a lot of times to shake things around. Swings for strike 2. The count's currently 1-2. The Rush last game lost 7-1 to the Bootleggers. The starting pitcher then was Anthony Sanchez, who went 4 innings with 7 strikeouts, 4 walks, and 1 hit, and allowed 1 earned run. Cohen Goes checks the runner at second. Comes the pitch, and it's strike 3. Got him looking to collect the first out of the game. That'll make Cohen Goes his 4th strikeout so far in the PSCL. And now we have Jose Diaz, the number 3 batter, playing second base. Jose Diaz is out of the College of the Desert, standing 6'1", 210 pounds. He went hitless for the second time against the Bootleggers, but he only has 2 hitless games, which was against the Bootleggers and the A's. He's been swinging the bat pretty well today as he fouls it off for strike 1. Count's currently 0-1. Jose Diaz did have a 2-hit game, was against the Jags on June 14th. Checking the runner at second base just in case. Who takes up for ball 1. Count's currently 1-1. And for those of you who are just tuning in, we are in game 1 of the PSCL today. It's going to be the Colonials versus the Rush. Colonials looking to break even. No, excuse me. They're looking to get another win so they could get closer to getting to first place. Currently standing at 2 and 4, while the Rush are still looking for their first win. Still a lot of time left for both teams. Check swings, and he could not hold back. Ooh, and Mimic was trying to take 3, but the catcher, Evan Pensifool, the catcher was able to get him out at third, so that makes the second out of the inning.
Do we have the old one just in case? Okay.
What a great throw by him as he was getting close to reaching third, but now Jose Diaz is down to count 1-2 with 2 outs against Cohen Goes, who takes in for ball 2, even it up. He's going to settle in now to hopefully get out of this inning unscathed. 2 balls, 2 strikes with 2 outs here in the top of the first inning. The Colonials versus the Rush. Fouls it off. The 6th pitch in this at bat is coming up, making Cohen Goes work for these outs. It's coming out of the windup, comes the pitch, and he fouls it off again. Jose Diaz is swinging at anything closer to strike zone, which is what you want to do with 2 strikes. Anything close, and you need a hack. Staying alive up there. This will be his 8th pitch in this at bat. Ooh, takes in, and it hit him. And they'll have another runner on base. And now due up in the 4-hole, we have Kyler Bachman playing third base. Kyler Bachman's out of Arkansas Tech University. Has collected 2 hits so far this summer. Comes the righty, and he takes for ball 1. Kyler Bachman standing 6 feet, weighing 215 pounds. Gets the same from the catcher. When it takes for strike 1, the count's currently evened up a 1-1 apiece. Jose Diaz takes the lead. Ooh, swing and a miss for strike 2. The count's currently 1-2 for Kyler Bachman, the third baseman. Still with 2 outs here in the top of the first inning. It's the Colonials versus the Rush. Brady Mimic ended up at second base after the mishap by the left fielder, Aubrey Stalick, but they were able to get out of it as he attempted to steal third. And he takes off. Here comes the throw by the catcher. And he's in there. Close play. And Jose Diaz taking a little bit of time to get back up. Maybe he might have slid wrong into second. Looks like he's doing fine as he's standing up now. He's taking a little bit of a breather. As well as the shortstop too, he did slip and fall behind the runner. Hopefully seems everything's okay with him. It sure is. Coaches went out there to go check up on him. Kyler Bachman still in a 2-2 count with 2 outs. Colonials did have some runners on, but they weren't able to go anywhere so far. Although there is another runner in scoring position for the Rush as they're looking to attack out early. And the ball skips away from the catcher, and Jose Diaz advances to third off a wild pitch. Count's currently full at 3-2. This will be Colonials' second full count here in the top of the first inning. The Rush are making him work by taking pitches, fouling him off, staying alive. Great 2-strike hitting by the Rush so far. Colonials currently has one strikeout. And it fouls it off. A lot of contact here made by the Rush early on. This will make his 7th pitch during this at-bat. Comes the pitch, fires it in, and strike 3 got him swinging for the third strike. Third strikeout. That would make 2 strikeouts so far for Colonials. And we'll be right back after this break.
Family setting, we get into conversation and it's comfortable.
Welcome back, everyone. Thank you for tuning into the PSCO Game 1. Currently, we have the Colonials versus the Rush. Now, the starting lineup for your Colonials is going to be Devin Mahoney leading off for the Colonials, playing shortstop. Batting second is Thomas Cheplik. Batting second, playing at second base. Batting third, left fielder Avery Stolick. Cleaning up for the Colonials is going to be third baseman Caden Aslan. Playing right field, batting fifth is going to be Bradley Stoner. Batting sixth is center fielder Russell Lopez. Batting seventh, DH Brock Robbie. Batting eighth, their first baseman Corey Fisher. Catching for the Colonials, batting ninth is going to be Evan Puniful. And 10th, Alec Bostrom. It's going to be the extra hitter today. Devin Mahoney takes for strike one. Devin Mahoney is going to be out of Valley View High School. He's a recent high school graduate, standing 5'9", 150 pounds. He did record a hit against the Haymakers on June 14th. And if he gets another hit, he's rounding first, looking to take second, and he takes a big round and stops right in his tracks. He gets a single, so now he has a hit in back-to-back games that he's played in so far.
Yeah, great job by Devin Mahoney. He sees a fastball up in the zone, swings and misses at it, and then goes golfing down below, about 3 inches below the zone, takes it into left field and starts the Colonials off with a single.
All right, great way to start off the game as both teams had runners on to start off the game. And now we have the lefty Thomas Cheplik playing second base. And he dumps it right into the left fielder again. Devin Mahoney's rounding second, he's going home, and the ball gets away from the left fielder. Cheplik is still running as the ball's not thrown in. He stands up for a triple, an RBI triple for the Colonials that they get on early. Both teams are hot so far getting runners on, but the only difference is that the Colonials were able to cash him in. Colonials currently leading 1-0 here in the bottom of the first inning. Now the Colonials did lose their last game against the Coyotes 3-1, so they're looking to bounce back and get back in the win column. And hopefully get closer to breaking even, as they're currently standing 2-4, 4.5 games back of first place. Swings it, hits it right to the second baseman. He fields it and throws it in. That'll be the first out of the inning, but another run comes in. Thomas Cheplik and Devin Mahoney get on, and they come in to score. It's currently 2-0 here in the bottom of the first inning. And now due up for the Colonials, and the cleanup hitter Caden Aslan. He's out of Oklahoma Wesleyan College, playing third base today. Takes for ball one.
Yeah, Ricky Kubota starting off with basically all fastballs right away. Allows a couple hits on it. Goes back to the breaking stuff these last two pitches.
Yeah, they're attacking early, seeing the fastball right at the hand. He takes for ball two. The count's currently 2-1 here in the bottom of the first inning. Colonials currently leading 2-0 here in the bottom of the first. Devin Mahoney and Thomas Cheplik made their way onto the base and came in. Takes for ball three. Caden Aslan currently played in 5 games, and out of those 5 games, he got a hit in 3 of them. He's only been hitless twice. Fouls it off to keep the count full now at 3-2. Ricky Kubota got himself in some trouble, but he did collect his first out of the inning. Hopefully he can make it 2 here to stop the bleeding. Caden Aslan turns on it and dumps it right to the left fielder. Left fielder's getting a lot of work there today, as they recorded third hit of the inning. Still with 1 out here in the bottom of the first inning, the Colonials are currently leading 2-0. They have 3 hits, 1 out, and 2 runs. And now due up is going to be the right fielder, Bradley Stoner.
Yeah, the first 3 hits, it's been all fastballs. They're attacking fastballs low in the zone. And then against Aslan, Kubota starts off with a couple breaking balls low in the zone. Hangs one high, it goes for a ball. And then a high fastball that didn't get a swing on it. And then he attacks a curveball down in the zone again and sends it into left field for a hit.
Bradley Stoner's currently down in the count 0-2. Currently has hits in back-to-back games he's played in. One against the Coyotes and has a double against the Haymakers. He takes for ball 1. Still with 1 out, but he does have the chance to get out of the inning with a double play here as he currently sits at a 1-2 count. And he takes off trying to attempt to steal second. Catcher throws, and he's in there with the head first slide. And they have another runner in scoring position. Colonials looking to attack early as they currently have a 2-0 lead. Bradley Stoner is currently sitting with the even count of 2-2. Excuse me, now it's 2-2. He's going to settle in as he has 2 strikes. They've been been doing great with 2-strike hitting. Hits it up the middle. The shortstop's going to get there. Yes, he does. Oh, he bobbled it. The runner at third is rounding third to make sure he still has it. And the runners on the corners at first and third. Still with 1 out here in the bottom of the first inning. And that'll be error committed by their shortstop, Aiden Litzenberger. And now we have the 6-hole hitter, Russell Lopez, playing center field. Russell Lopez is out of Moore Park College. As he takes for strike 1, the count's currently 0-1 for him. Takes for strike 2. He's currently in the hole 0-2. Riga Kabuta looking to get his second out of this inning. Strike 3 to collect the second out. Ooh. So currently we do have that was the third out, excuse me. I was off by 1. But he was able to get out of the inning to limit the damage. They're still down 0-2, but still a lot of ball left as we'll be right back after this break. Welcome back, everyone. Thank you for tuning into the Colonials versus Rush. The Colonials are currently having a 2-0 lead early on, but both teams have been having runners on base, so this is the Rush's opportunity to try to get another one on and bring him in. And now we have Neil Navarro, the catcher. Pitching for the Colonials is going to be Cohen Goes. That was for strike 1, attacking him early as he's been doing so far. Although the Rush have been aggressive, swinging, getting runners on, but they wouldn't have anything couldn't bring him in. Still have the chance to fight on against Cohen Goes. Swings for strike 2. Currently in the hole 0-2. Here comes the pitch. Takes low for ball 1. It's currently sitting at a 1-2 count. Now both teams have been doing pretty well with 2 strikes on them. So let's hope they can continue that trend by fouling pitches off and working it to a full count. Takes low for ball 2.
Yeah, Cohen Goes, he's a freshman at BYU out of Hawaii. Primarily playing as a middle infielder or a shortstop, plays up with the power every now and then.
And he slaps it over to the left fielder, and he misread it, and it goes over his head. Neil Navarro is rounding first, going to second. And he'll stand on second with another runner in scoring position with no outs.
Did that even make contact with his glove?
And now due up, we have Easton.
Okay.
Cash Crester playing first base, the 6th hole guy. And the Rush get on with the leadoff double. The ball game's still within reach as they're only down by 2. Still with a lot of ball game to play.
Yeah, the Rush just need to get something going early. They had a chance, they had a runner on second, but couldn't convert there.
Takes up for ball 1. Easton Crester playing out of Webster University. Had a hit his last time around against the Jacks. Swing and a miss for strike 1. Counts currently standing even at 1-1.
The Rush, they've had a lot of spots where they've taken leads. They've had a lot of spots where they've looked like they've had a team on the ropes. They were up 3-0 against the Lumberjacks yesterday. But then they did not score another run. The Jacks went on an offensive flurry and took that one home.
Swings for strike 2. Is currently behind the count 1-2. Against Cohen Goals, Colonials are currently leading 2-0 here in the top of the first inning. Now the Rush, all they have to do is hit on the ground to the right side, and so they'll be able to advance to running Neil Navarro. Get some productive outs, and hopefully they can bring him in. Counts currently standing at 1-2. Takes up for ball 2, counts even up 2-2.
Go as one of the harder fastballs we'll see in the PSCL, sitting in the mid to upper 80s.
Neil Navarro taking a small lead there at second base. Congos is checking on him. Ooh, and it hits him. That'd be Easton Crester's second hit by pitch. No, excuse me, third hit by pitch this summer, as they have yet again another runner on. So now we have runners at first and second with no outs. And now we have Jordan Wenner, the extra hitter, batting 7th.
And this is what the Rush need to change. They just haven't been able to convert with runners in scoring position. They haven't been able to string together a rally. Now they've got Jordan and Solly Wenner coming up. If they could get anything in the gap, this game could be tied.
Yeah, you made a great point. All they got to do is just put the ball in play, hit it hard, and see where the ball lands. Make that defense earn their outs. And now he's ahead of the count already, 1-0 with no outs still in the top of the second inning. Swings and it goes over the third baseman's head. Neil Navarro is rounding third. There's a play at the plate, and it's going to be cut off. So they cashed in a run as Neil Navarro comes in to score. It's currently 1-2. The Rush are still down by 1, still with no outs. That'll mark their second hit this inning. And now we have Easton Cresterstein on second. Great job by Jordan Wenner to bring him in. Now we have Solly Wenner playing right field, batting 8th. Cohen Goes has some traffic here. Swing and a miss for strike 1. And Rush are being aggressive, seeing a lot of fastballs. Jordan Werner is the current 2025 high school graduate, but he'll be attending Forest Hills Collegiate. Oh, no, excuse me. That's where he graduated from. Forest Hill Collegiate High School. It bounces up. The catcher could not keep it in front of him as it squirts away. And now we got runners at second and third with no outs. This is the Rush's opportunity to take the lead here or at least bring in one.
Yeah, tough break back there for Evan Percival, who's gotten so much better defensively over the last year. Your whole job as a catcher is to try and angle yourself so the ball just dies on the floor in front of you. It kind of got the side of his chest protector and took a bad bounce away from him.
And now the count's at 1-2 after that foul ball. Jordan Werner is currently standing on second, while Easton Crescent is standing on third as he got on by a hit by pitch, and Jordan Werner single to bring in a run. RBI single. Still with no outs here in the top of the second inning. It looks like it just missed off the play for ball 2, 2-2. And as I mentioned earlier, both teams have been doing pretty well on 2 strikes, showing off some great 2-strike hitting. Fouling off and taking pitches that are just off to play for balls. Takes in for ball 3, counts even, it's full now at 3-2. And this will make Cohen go as his second full count here through 2 innings of work as he's still trying to get out of it in the top of the second. And he pops it up into the infield. Cohen goes, calls him off. And now we have 1 out here in the top of the second inning, still with runners at second and third. And now we have Aiden Linsenberger playing shortstop, batting 9th today.
Yeah, Cohen goes with an 87-mile-an-hour fastball down and away, then an 86-mile-an-hour fastball up and in. He sped up Solly Wenner, and then he drops in a 74-mile-an-hour curveball that just gets to the bottom of the zone and has Wenner way off time and pop it up.
Aiden Linsenberger takes for ball 1. He's out of College of the Desert, standing 5'11", weighing 190 pounds. His last game was against the Bootleggers yesterday. Had 2 walks. Been seeing the ball very well lately. Takes for strike 1. Looks like that was an off-speed pitch for a strike. Counts even up a 1-1. With 1 out here in the top of the second inning. Jordan Werner standing at second and Easton is standing at third. Takes for ball 2. Counts currently 2-1. Cohen Goes is currently in a jam with runners in scoring position. A base hit will give him the lead, although the double play is out of reach right now since there's no one standing at first. Takes low for ball 3. Currently in the hitter's count, standing 3-1. Cohen Goes will have to give in unless his breaking pitch can make him chase away off the strike zone to get strike 2. It's a 3-1 count with 1 out here in the top of the second inning. And he missed for ball 4, and now the bases are currently juiced with 1 out. Although Goes does now have the opportunity to turn a double play here if he gets him with the slow roller. And now we have the center fielder, TJ Wilson, batting 10th.
And I like this meeting here by Evan Percival. Cohen Goes has been out there a while in this second inning, and the spray chart's kind of been all over the place. I'm not sure if it's something mechanically or if he's just not getting a good grip on the ball, but either way, just try and slow your pitcher's heart rate down a little bit, give him a chance to breathe, and just let him know, hey, the main goal right now, we just got to play catch.
Yeah, play catch, do what you can to limit the damage. Since his last outing was on June 12th against the Grizzlies went 2 innings with 3 strikeouts and 2 walks. Had a great first time around, and now it seems like he can't find the strike zone. There is still hope to get out of this inning to limit the damage. Bases loaded, 1 out, top of the second inning. And he smacks it down the third base line. Stays fair. There's going to be 1 run coming in. He's rounding second. 2 runs are coming in. Here comes the 3rd run as the bounces off the wall. He still hasn't thrown it in yet. And that would make a bases clearing triple for TJ Wilson as everyone comes in and cashes in the 3 more runs. Rush got a big hit when they needed it as TJ Wilson took advantage of the runners in scoring position. Earned himself a triple with 3 RBIs.
TJ Wilson takes a curveball middle, and drives it right down the left field line. And the moment Zach Novus saw it at third base, he was not holding anyone back. It was a go for everyone.
All right, great at bat by him as everyone else has been swinging the bat lately. Rush are fighting away to earn their first win of the year.
Yeah, everyone in that dugout, everyone on that field knows how the season's gone for him, so Novus isn't going to let anything go by him. He wasn't going to hold back on anything here, and right now they're off to a great start, 4-2 already.
Yeah, they're taking advantage of all the free walks and runners on there, and now we have Brody Mimic, the 1-1 count. Hits it over to the second baseman, but the run does come in to score. Great at bat so far we're seeing by the Rush, staying aggressive up there. And TJ Wilson comes in to score. They put up a 5 spot here in the top of the second. They're currently leading 2-5 over the Colonials. They answer back as the Colonials put up 2 runs in the bottom of the first. And now we have Ricky Kabuta, who struck out his first time around looking, takes for strike 1.
Yeah, and Kubota, primarily the catcher for this team. He's the starter on the mound today. Has a chance to help his own case here, add some more insurance.
Yeah, why not? Get all the runners you can get on. And now he's currently in the hole 0-2. Slaps it over to the first baseman. As it skipped away, passing his glove, and that records another single. And now due up, we have Jose Diaz, who reached down by a hit by pitch. Made Cohen go as his first time around. Made him throw 7 pitches in his first at bat. Slides back in. Cohen goes trying to catch him sleeping there at first to try to get an easy out. Jose Diaz is playing second today and batting third here for the rest of the lineup. Swing and a miss for strike 1. Fouled it into the catcher's mitt. It's always fun to see a team being aggressive against the starting pitcher. Makes baseball exciting. Could potentially give them a rally, which they have started right now here in the top of the second inning. Cohen goes, checks him again at first. Brody Mimic standing on first currently.
I think people are trying to go up there.
Now Brody does have 3 stolen bases recorded as he fouls it off. Jose Diaz is in an 0-2 count. Now let's see if Jose Diaz can work him up to a lot of pitches as bad as he did that the first time around against Cohen Goes. A lot of foul balls here by the Rush. Still in the 0-2 count as he fouls it back. Brody Mimic standing at first. The Rush are currently leading the Colonials 2-5 here in the top of the first inning with 2 outs. Top of the second, excuse me. Swings it over, and a shortstop was able to bring it down. Still has a play at first, and he was able to recover and adjust to the ball dropping out of his glove to record the 3rd out. Great way to get out of it, as Cohen Goes gave up 5 runs. But now the Colonials are up 5-2 here in the top of the second, and we'll be right back after this break.
Somewhere down there is you. And just like us, you're an amazing Palm Springs vacation home. I bet we have a lot in common. Elevated, yet down to earth. A place to soak it up, sip it down, and make a splash. A place where staying in is even better than going out. Not just a place for visiting, a place for living in the moment. That moment when vacation dreams become reality. You're one of Palm Springs' hits. Let's show you off. Because you're so much more than just home. You're a destination. You're an adventure. You're an idyllic escape.
Welcome back, everybody. Thank you for tuning in to Game 1 of the PSCL here at the Palm Springs Stadium. Colonials are currently down 2-5 as the Rush put up a 5-run spot in the top of the second inning. Both teams been having the pitchers with some pressure. Both pitchers have been having runners on base, scoring position, but the Rush were able to cash them in as they have 5 runs currently. And now due up is going to be the 8th hole hitter, Corey Fisher, the first baseman, taking for ball 1. And pitching for the Rush, we have Ricky Kabuta, who's also batting second, was able to get a single. Takes for strike 1. The count's currently even at 1-1. And this is a Rush opportunity to shut them out, to stop any momentum going for the the Colonials. And he takes for ball 2. Count's currently standing at 2-1 here in the bottom of the second. Takes for ball 3. Now the Colonials were able to put up 2 runs and collect 3 hits. Ricky Kabuta was able to get out of it, stopping the bleeding. So hopefully he can help his team out by putting up a 0 spot or with some insurance runs he still has left. Count's currently full at 3-2. This will be his second full count so far in his outing. Takes low for ball 4. And the Colonials do have a chance now to put up a run on the score and scrape away at the deficit, as Corey Fisher took his first walk of the day. And now we have Evan Pungiful playing catcher today, number 16, batting in the 9th hole.
And this is what Ricky Kabuta can't have here. He can't be giving up free passes after an inning like the Rush just had. He needs to get quick outs here, and he needs a ground ball from Evan Percival.
Yeah, anything to stop the momentum, as they're looking for anything to get them going, as the Colonials are currently standing 2-4, 4.5 games back of first place. Still have a lot of time left with 2 weeks left as we're halfway through the second one. Throws it back to Fur just to make sure the lead's not getting too big. Evan Percival currently at a 1-1 count with no outs. Count's currently 2-1 as he takes for a ball. Percival is currently attending Doane University. Went hitless his last time around against the Grizzlies, but against the Bombers he was able to record a run and 3 RBIs. And 3 walks. And he smacks it over to the left fielder. Sits under and collects the first out. And now due up we have Alec Bostrom, the extra hitter, batting 10th. The Rush are currently leading the Colonials 5-2 here in the bottom of the second inning. Still with 1 out. Kabuta still has a chance to get out of it with a double play here with Corey Fisher starting at first base. Fouls it off for strike 1. Now Corey Fisher does not have a stolen base recorded, so hopefully the Rush could take advantage of this situation. Swings it over to the shortstop. He fields it, turns it to 2. But the throw did take him off the back, but he was able to still step on it just in time to record the second out. Evan Percival reached on by a fearless choice. And now due up we have Devin Mahoney, who singled his first time around and scored.
Yeah, and it's a solid job there by Aiden Litzenberger, able to collect the ball. It kind of ate him up on the bounce when he was getting to it, but he stayed calm, he stayed collected, and fired a strike down to second base to at least guarantee one out.
Yeah, that's always what you want to see, collecting out anywhere you can get them. Especially if you get the lead runner, that's even better. And now you still have a runner at first base here with 2 outs. Devin Mahoney takes for ball 1. Throws a strike in there for strike 1, counts even at 1-1. Kubota does have the chance to get out of here unscathed, as the Colonials are currently down by 3 runs here in the bottom of the 2nd inning. Great job by the catcher to get his glove on it and keep it in front of him. The runner on first, 2 outs. Count's currently 3-0, excuse me, it's a 3-0 count. Smacks it over to the right fielder and it drops right in front of him. Evan Percival stays at second, and they just move station to station. Now the Colonials look like they have something working for them. Another run in scoring position, and now the runners are standing at first and second after that single by Devin Mahoney, making him a 2-for-2 day so far. And now we have Thomas Cheplik, who had a triple to bring in the run. Now runners taking their respectable leads. Missed in for ball 1. Both teams have been batting exceptionally well today. Fouling pitches off, making the pitchers go into full counts, bringing up that pitch count. And we do have some movement down in the Colonials bullpen. Smacks it over for strike 1. Counts even up a 1-1 here in the bottom of the 2nd inning. Colonials is currently down by 3 runs. The score is 5-2. Rush put up a 5 spot after the Colonials put up 2. So they did answer back, but this is the Colonials' opportunity right here, as they have runners on yet again in back-to-back innings. Count's currently 2-1. Kubota needs to get out of this inning. 3-1 here, putting a lot of pressure on both pitchers today. Count's currently 3-1 with 2 outs, with Evan Percival signing at second and Devin Mahoney signing at first. Takes away for ball 4 as he just missed his spot with that breaking pitch. So now bases are loaded with 2 outs here in the bottom of the 2nd inning. Colonia is currently down by 3 runs. This is their chance right here to tie it back up.
Yeah, nobody warming up in the Rush bullpen right now, and it's a little bit of a dangerous spot for Ricky Kubota. Anything in the gap could tie this game right away.
Takes low for ball 1. He has nowhere to put him as the bases are loaded, so he'll have to throw strikes here or hopefully gets weak contact by the third hitter playing left fielder Avery Stolick. Count's currently 1-0. Bases loaded. A lot of action going on in the first 2 innings. Takes low for ball 2. Currently a 2-0 count here in the bottom of the 2nd inning. Colonials still fighting their way, trying to get back into this game, as they're down by 3 runs, losing 5-2 against the Rush. Just missed his spot. Takes low. Ball 3. Now, if you're the Colonials, this is the count you want to be in. Bases loaded. No strikes yet. Just put it in play. And he hits him. So that'll bring in Percival and move everyone station to station after that. And now duo, we have Caden Aslan, who had a hit in his first time around, batting 4th for the Colonials. Base hit here could potentially tie the game. This is the last thing you want if you're the Rush, as they put up 5 runs in the top of the 2nd. Colonials are answering back as they have something going for them yet again. They just continue to put the ball in play and take bad pitches as he takes for a strike. Evan Percival signed at third. Avery Stolick signed at first. And we have Thomas Cheplik signed at second. Takes for strike 2. Count's currently 0-2 with 2 outs here in the bottom of the second. Colonials are down by 2 as they recorded another run. Missed away for ball 1. Currently in a 1-2 count. Kubota is still ahead in the count, although he does need to put him away to get out of this inning to limit the damage. Both teams recorded 4 hits apiece and with 1 error as well. Takes low for ball 2. Great take by Aslan. Here comes the big pitch here. And he just missed as Kubota was walking off the mound. Now Caden Aslan worked it to his second full count. And his first time around, he did make Kubota throw a full count. And now this will be his second time doing it, making Kubota work for his last out. And it shoots it over to the shortstop, and he was able to bring it down, but it was too deep in the outfield grass, and Caden Aslan with his wheels is able to get a hit, as well as an RBI. Bringing in Devin Mahoney as they have 2 runs now in the bottom of the second inning. Another single for Aslan. And now we have Bradley Stoner, who also went on by an error. So a lot of these Colonials just continue to get on base. The lead's now down to 1, as it's currently standing at 5-4 here in the bottom of the second inning. Bradley Stoner takes for strike 1. Colonials are continuing to answer back. Kubota can get the last out here with weak contact by striking him out. Swings for strike 2. Now Kubota has been getting ahead in the count with 2 strikes, but the Colonials just continue to take balls that are just off the plate, making it very difficult so far to strike him out. He checked his swing, and he did, as he takes for ball 1. Now Kubota does have 1 strikeout back in the first inning. He's been doing a great job getting ahead. It's just been a little tough for him to put him away, as the count is currently 1-2 with 2 outs. Has a chance to limit the damage. Swings for strike 3, and he gets out of it, bases loaded, although the Colonials were able to put up 2 runs. And we'll be right back after this break. Welcome back, folks, and thank you for tuning in for Game 1 of the PSCL. Here on Thursday morning, Colonials put up a 2 spot. bringing down the deficit 4-5 as the Rush put up a whopping 5 runs their last time around in the top of the second inning. And now we have a new pitcher. Cohen Goz's day is over with the Colonials. He went 2 innings, giving up 4 hits and allowing 5 runs to cross. Although the Colonials did answer back by putting up another 2 spot. And now pitching for the Colonials will be Orlando Shin. Pitching against Kyler Bachman, who struck out his first time around here in the top of the 3rd inning. Breaking pitch missed low for ball 1. Great take by Kyler Bachman, not biting at it. Count's currently standing at 2-1. Takes low for ball 2. It's currently 2-1. Now the Rush and Colonials been swinging the bat exceptionally well as they're taking pitches, getting hits. And the first time around for the Rush, they did have runners on, but they weren't able to do anything with it. Although they did turn things around here in the top of the second, putting up a whopping 5 runs. Now it takes for strike 2, making the count even at 2-2.
Yeah, Orlando Shin out of Bard College. He catches and he pitches as well. This is his 3rd outing in the PSCL. 4 1/3 innings pitched.
Fouls it off. Still the count is evened up at 2-2.
4 strikeouts, 6 walks. Just hasn't been able to put it together yet this summer.
Yeah, there's still a lot of time left for these players. We're barely going to be halfway through the 2nd week. A lot of action going on here today. As the Rush currently lead 5-4, and he hits it over to the second baseman. Takes a couple hops, he bobbles it, recovers, and he's able to record the first out. What a way to recover by the second baseman from the Colonials, Thomas Cheplik. Still got the out at first to record the first one of the inning. And now we have due up the 5-hole hitter, Neil Navarro, catching, who doubled his first time around. Colonials are currently down 5-4 against the Rush here in the top of the 3rd inning. Heavy offensive day, taking advantage of the walks, hit by pitches, and pitches left over the plate. It takes for ball 1. Counts currently 1-0. Now let's see if the Rush can get another rally going for them. Shoots it over. The second baseman drops in for a hit. The right fielder is going to recover it and throw it back in. Neil Navarro is having himself a day. Another hit. He doubled the first time around and scored. And now we have Easton coming up the bat, playing first base. Batting 6th. Was hit by pitch and came in to score his first time around. Neil Navarro saw the pitch he liked and shot it over the infield. For those of you who are tuning in, we are in the top of the 3rd inning. Rush currently leading the Colonials 5-4, but the Colonials came back and put up another 2 spot to make it down by 1. Ball get passed by the catcher, and Neil Navarro advances to second. With only 1 out here in the inning, Easton does have a chance to put up another run, making it more difficult for the Colonials as they've been putting up runs the whole 2nd inning, putting up 5. Pace hit here could potentially bring him in. All they have to do is just take advantage of these free runners. And it hits it over to the left fielder. He gets under it. Neil Navarro tags. Makes the left fielder throw, but he just goes back, just making him throw the ball to see if he can throw it away. That'd be the 2nd out of the inning. Flied out to the left fielder. And now we have Jordan Werner. His first time around, he got a single and an RBI and scored. So this is his opportunity to collect his 2nd RBI with the man on second with 2 outs. Here in the top of the 3rd inning, Colonials currently down by 1 against the Rush. Ooh, takes low for ball 1. Both teams have just been grinding out their at-bat so far through 2 innings of work. Lano Shin is Got himself a jam right here with the man sign on second. Fouls it off to the third baseman. Counts currently 1-1. Still have 2 outs here in the top of the third inning. Man's down on second. Rush currently leading 5-4.
And after an inning the Rush just had, they'd like to at least add 1 here. They thought they were going to be able to cruise through a lot of this game, but a bunch of free passes, a couple walks, and 2 runs come in the bottom of the second, and now it's a 1-run game still.
Completely different ball game now. It's a 2-1 count with 2 outs here in the top of the third inning. Shoots it over. It's going to look like the shortstop and third baseman are going to get to it, and yes, they do. They record the last out of the inning and get themselves out with no runs scored. Just what they needed if they want to come back into this game. Colonials is currently down by the Rush 5-4. We'll be right back after this break.
Jessup Auto Plaza has been proudly serving the Coachella Valley since 1938 as your trusted family-owned auto destination. Now, electrify your drive with the Valley's most extensive range of electric vehicles. Drive the Chevrolet Blazer, Equinox, Silverado, the powerful GMC Hummer, Sierra, and the distinctive Cadillac Lyric. Power, bold performance. Electrify your drive. Jessup Auto Plaza. Since 1938, the EV brands you love, the family you trust.
Hey, Coachella Valley, Patrick Summers here, General Air Conditioning and Plumbing. Spring is here and summer is right behind it. Don't get caught with a broken air conditioning system. Call us now. Let us get a tune-up for $79. It comes with a seasonal guarantee. Call our team today. Get yourself hits. Be proactive, not reactive. Go ahead and book at callthegeneral.com or call our offices and we'll get you taken care of.
Welcome back, everybody. Thank you for tuning in to Game 1 of the PSCL here on Thursday morning. Colonials are looking to fight their way back as they put up 2 runs here in the bottom of the second inning. The Rush currently leading 5-4. They put up a whopping 5 in the top of the second. Although they had a runner at second throughout the inning, but they weren't able to bring him in. And now the Colonials are looking to attack back, putting up another run to hopefully tie it. And now due up for the Colonials, we have Russell Lopez, the center fielder. Kubuta's still on the mound. Now the count's even at 1-1. The Rush are still looking for their first win of the summer, and the Colonials are currently 2-4, trying to fight their way into the top of the standings as they're 4.5 games back. A lot on the line here throughout almost the 2 weeks of the PSCO. Still a lot of ball left for the Rush as well. The count's 2-1 now as he takes for another ball. Now the Colonials were able to put on 2 runs in the first and 2 runs again in the bottom of the second. And it shoots it up the middle for a base hit. Russell Lopez 1 for 2 for the day as he struck out, and now he records a single. And now we have Brock Robbie, the DH, coming in.
Yeah, Ricky Kubota with 81-mile-an-hour fastball over the heart of the plate, and Russell Lopez just drives it right back at him. 92 off the bat, had no chance.
First baseman recovers it. Looks like there was some miscommunication there trying to who was going to cover first, but at least they get the leadoff runner and collect the first out. Russell Lopez was out at second base. They did have a chance for a double play there. Looks like there was a little miscommunication, but at least they get the lead runner yet again. Now you have Brock Robbie starting at first with the fielder's choice. And now we have Corey Fisher, who walked his first time around. Takes for ball 1.
Yeah, it looked like Ricky Kubota was just a little bit slow to get off the mound and cover first. They had the play at second, but going back to first, couldn't tell if there was a transfer issue or if it was just no one there.
Second baseman tags Russell, and now they get out of the inning. A double play. Great way to get out of this unscathed. The Colonials are currently down 5-4, heading into the top of the fourth inning. The Rush are looking to attack on the lead. Colonials continue to get runners on, but we'll be right back after this commercial break.
For 20 years, our family's mission has been simple. It all starts at Stuffed, where exceptional service meets every crust, a masterpiece. Cocktails crafted to perfection. Brings family, dine in, or take and boy. At our two locations, quality, service, family legacies at
of hung simple and true.
That's what it is.
Monster Shakes, the best ice cream creations in the desert and only place in the world that serves all 10 flavors of Dole Soft Serve. The winner of the best soft serve and smoothies, home to the world's state shake and nachos and the cotton candy burrito. For limited time, come in and try your luck. Any soft serve that weighs exactly 16 ounces of shakes. City facing the Mary Pickford. Franchise opportunities available too. Monster Shakes.
Welcome back, folks. Thank you for tuning in on this Thursday morning for Game 1 of the PSCO. Colonials are currently down by 1 run, and the Rush are up 5-4. Colonials were able to put on 4 runs in the first 2 innings, although they were scoreless back in the bottom of the 3rd. Rush are currently had a 5 spot on the top of the 5th to get the lead. And now due up for the Rush here in the top of the 4th inning is Sully Wenner, the right fielder. Seen a lot of great batting so far through 3 innings. And he takes for ball 1. Strike 1 counts even up a 1-1 for Orlando Shin.
And now the question for the Rush is just how do they finish these last 4 innings? They've been in this spot before. They've had leads before. They've had leads over some of the best teams in the league. But they just haven't been able to close out a game yet.
And hopefully today's the day. They've been having runners on, putting pressure on the pitchers, making them go full counts, just like they did with Cohen Goes, their starting pitcher for the Colonials. Checked his swing. Yes, he did. Now the count's even up at 2-2. Seems some great 2-strike hitting so far by both teams. The Rush currently only have 2 strikeouts through the 3 innings. Got him there, looking for strike 3 as they collect the first out. Orlando Shin recording his first strikeout in his outing. And now we have Aiden Litzenberger, the shortstop, who walked his first time around and came in to score.
Yeah, Orlando Shin sped him up with a couple fastballs up in the zone, and then 65-mile-an-hour curveball just breaks all the way back down to right over the heart of the plate and gets him looking.
A great execution. Just missed for ball 1. Litzenberger's out of Colors of the Desert. He's currently batting .562. No, excuse me, .222. Ball skips at the catcher for ball 2. Count's currently standing at 2-0. Now the Rush have been having runners on every inning so far through 3 innings. Although they were only to bring in the runners in once here in the top of the 2nd. They just hope they can continue this trend. They want to bring down the Colonials. As he fouls it off for strike 1, counts currently 2-1 here in the top of the 4th inning. Rush are currently up by 1 run over the Colonials as it's 5-4. The Rush are 7 games back, and the Colonials are currently standing at 4.5 games back of first place. Shoots it over to the third baseman. It's just out of his reach, as well as the shortstop, but they both try to dive and get the ball, but they was just out of their reach. Litzenberger collects a hit and gets on base yet again. And now we have TJ Wilson, who had a triple, bases clearing triple his first time around. Came up with bases loaded and was able to execute, helping out the Rush in a big way. Batting 10th in the center field. Orlando Rush throws back to first. Linsenberger only has 2 stolen bases so far this summer, but don't be surprised if he tries to attempt one here. Trying to help his team out by getting on scoring position with 1 out, avoiding a double play. Checked his swing there for ball 1. He takes off, throw down by the catcher, and it's not in time. Aiden Linsenberger gets another stolen base, a runner in scoring position. Now this is the Rush's opportunity to pile on the lead here.
Yeah, perfect jump by Litzenberger at first base there. Percival had no chance to get him.
Yeah, great jump by him, showing off the wheels. Now TJ Wilson is the batter you want in this situation. He's currently batting .429 this summer, recording 6 hits and only been hitless once, which was against the A's on June 15th. He's been having a stellar so far. Checks back at second. Count's currently 3-0 with 1 out here in the top of the 4th inning. Great game so far by both teams' offenses, putting pressure on the pitchers, making them work full counts. He takes for strike 1. The count is currently standing at 3-1. Rush are currently leading 5-4. Colonials were to put on 2 runs in the first 2 innings. Recorded 7 hits with 1 error. The Rush have 5 runs, 5 hits. They fouls it back off, making a full count now at 3-2. Orlando Shin currently has a runner at second with 1 out. TJ Wilson is the guy you want in this situation. Getting hit in almost every game except for 1. Takes for ball 4 as he gets past the catcher. Litzenberger rounds 3. And rightfully so goes right back to third base. CJ Wilson worked himself a walk, getting himself on base twice. He's 1 for 1 for the day so far. And now we have the leadoff batter, Brody Mimic, who got a double his first time around and rolled over to the second baseman his second time. Currently 1 for 2 today.
And this is a dangerous spot here for Orlando Shin. You've only got 1 out. There's a chance to roll a double play, but you need a ground ball here.
It looks like that was a safety squeeze. Haven't seen that yet. Love seeing some small ball here in the PSCO. They're looking to pile on the lead here. They do have an out to play with. They could squeeze, safety squeeze, sack, fly. All they have to do is just avoid the double play. Here there goes Wilson. Wilson does have 3 stolen bases so far this summer. So let's see if they'll take advantage of his stolen bases skills right here. Now the count's currently 0-2 with 1 out here in the top of the 4th inning. Rush are currently leading 5-4. And they do need to pile up some runs here because their Colonials find their way to get on base almost every inning so far. Orlando Shin checks Wilson. Brody Mimic's currently down in the hole 0-2. Linsenberger standing at third. They do have some space in the corners. CJ Wilson takes off. Ball is thrown down by the catcher, and he is unsuccessful as Wilson collects his 4th stolen base this summer. Litzenberger and Wilson stole bases this inning.
Yeah, a little bit of a dangerous play down there at third by at second by TJ Wilson. He gets the stolen base, and Evan Percival takes the bait. He throws down to second. I thought that Litzenberger was going to charge home, but he didn't.
Yeah, it looked like he wanted to go down there, but just decided to stay at 3. When it shoots it over, this is the big hit they needed. As he brings in 2 RBIs, CJ Wilson rounds 3. There's a play at the plate and is not in time as he stands up for the second run of the inning. Great way to attack. Brody Minnick with the 2 RBI single. Brings in Litzenberger and Wilson. Taking advantage of the speed. And now due up, we have Ricky Kabuta, who's also the starting pitcher today, has a single and a strikeout. It's currently 1 for 2. Still 2 outs here in the top of the 4th inning. Takes for strike 1. Brody Minnick taking a small lead there at first. Pass ball by the catcher, and he advances to second. Now, if you're the Rush, this is a situation you want to be in. Just continue to pile on the lead. Make the Colonials fight their way back as they've been having runners on every inning. They've only been scoreless once here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. All the Rush pitching staff has to do is just limit the walks and hit by pitches. And they'll have a great chance of winning today. Smacks it over to, it goes foul. Third baseman, Caden Aslan's under it, and he records the 3rd out of the inning. The Rush currently put on 2 more runs here, scoring in back-to-back innings. Put up a 5 spot here in the 2nd, and in the 4th, they put up 2 more. We'll be right back after this break.
Everyone knows good things come in 3s, like Dave & Buster's Eat, Drink, and Play combo for just $19.90, including 1 mouth-watering on beverage and a whole lot. You enjoy a delicious meal for under $10. 5 good things come in 3s at Dave & Buster's with the Eat, Drink, and combo for just $9 online or in-store today.
Hello, Power fans. At SBMP and the power of community. And that's why we proudly support the Palm Springs Power, our hometown baseball team. After a member in 2020 teams, we're all very excited about the 2025 SBM Springs Power are 2 teams that are committed to community and the spirit of winning. We'll see you all at the ballpark.
Welcome back, everybody. Thank you for tuning in into the PSCL Game 1 here on Thursday morning. The Rush currently lead the Colonials 7-4 as they put up another 2 spot, making the lead 7-4, and now the Colonials need to fight their way back. They want to continue their winning ways, currently back 4.5 games. And now due up for the Colonials, we have Evan Percival, the catcher who had a single and scored his first time around. Takes for strike 2. Ricky Kabuta still up there through 3 innings of work. Just missed for ball 1. Great take by Evan Percival. Count's currently at 1-2. Jammed him, hits it over to the third baseman, and he just misplayed it as Evan Percival reaches on by an error. The Rush need to get all the outs they can get.
The Colonials showing that you just need to put the ball in play. Put the ball in play, hustle down the line, and good things happen. Evan Percival, that kind of ground ball to third. You've seen a lot of guys just throw in the towel, jog down to first, maybe even start walking at some point. But no, Percival hustling all the way down, and the man at third base had no chance. Kyler Bachman had no chance to get him once he bobbled it. And Percival able to make something out of what could have been an out.
And we do have a pinch hitter for Percival. Aaron Newcomb came in, standing on first base. And Alec Bostrom takes for ball one. Fouls it off for strike one. Count's currently 1-1. With no outs here in the bottom of the fourth inning. Swing and a miss for strike two. Count's currently 1-2 in favor of Kubota. Has a chance for a double play here to get the first two out. Aaron Newcomb steals second base. That'll make his fifth of the summer. Now Colonials are looking to tack on every inning. Through 3 innings of work, the Colonials have been having runners on in scoring position. Although they were scoreless back in the third. They will need to take all the runners they can get. Just missed for ball three.
A great take there by Alec Bostrom. After a couple breaking balls low in the zone, a fastball just below the zone, and he lays off of it.
And he throws up for ball four. Runners currently at first and second. And now due up, we have the leadoff man, Devin Mahoney, who has a two-hit day, 1 for 2 for 2 with 2 singles. And he came back to score twice. Been having a great day so far for the Colonials. Colonials are currently down by 3 runs as it's 7-4. Fouls it back into over the booth for strike one. The Colonials put on 2 runs in the first 2 innings, and then they were scoreless back in the third. Attempted to stunt, but he fouled it back for strike two. And the Rush scored in the top of the second, putting up a whopping 5 runs. And back in the fourth and top of the fourth, they put up 2 runs, making it 7-4. 7 hits and 2 errors. While the Colonials have 4 runs and 8 hits. Takes up for ball one. Got Alec Bostrom standing at first. And the pinch runner for the catcher, Evan. It's still second and now standing at second base. Still with no outs here in the bottom of the fourth. Takes for strike 3 to collect his first out. And now we have Thomas Cheplick. 1 for 1. Had a triple in his first time around and walked his second at bat.
Yeah, it looked like Mahoney might have just been falling asleep after a couple pitches that weren't very close, and a fastball right down the middle just had him looking.
Missed for ball one. They do have the opportunity to turn a double play here. Although they do need to start making the plays if they want to help out Kubota and maintain his lead, as they're currently up 7-4 over the Colonials. Fouls it off for strike one. Counts currently 1-1. With 1 out here in the bottom of the fourth inning. Missed in for ball 2. Counts at 2-1. We still have Aaron Newcomb, the pinch runner, standing out second after a stolen base, and Alec Bostrom standing at first. Fouls it off for strike 2. It counts even up at 2-2. And on deck we have Avery Stolick playing left field, the 3-hole hitter. Was hit by pitch his first time around. Second time around, excuse me. Fouls it off to the first baseman, and it stays just foul. Bounced on the line and came right back out. Count's currently at 2-2 in the bottom of the fourth inning. Rush still leads 7-4. Although this is a Colonials' chance to get a run here. The man sound on second. Aaron Newcomb does have some speed over there.
A little surprised by how the outfield's playing. Center field is playing way in. Right field is playing a little bit back, and they're not very close to each other.
He shoots it up the middle to the center fielder. He fields it, bobbles it. Aaron Newcomb is able to come in to score without a... Ooh, it was very close, but Aaron Newcomb beats it out. If he would have fielded it cleanly, it would have been a lot closer play. And now the Colonials tack on another run, making it 7-5.
Well, I was just trying to mention how I was surprised they weren't playing no doubles in the outfield, but perfectly placed the center fielder on a weak line drive into center field. He picks it up, able to make a throw down, had it close, but the throw's just offline.
Yeah, great throw by the center fielder too. And now Avery Stolick is coming up to bat. Left fielder. Caden Aslan standing on deck, who also has a 2-hit day. 2 singles with an RBI. Top of the lineup for the Colonials have been deadly. Count's currently 1-0 here at the bottom of the fourth inning. Colonials add on another run to cut the lead down to 2. As they're currently down 7-5 over the Rush. Count's currently 2-0 to Avery Stolick, the left fielder. Runners on first and second. Swing and a miss for strike 1. Alec Bostrom starting out second. And we have Thomas Chaplick starting out first base after a single. Another swing and a miss for strike 2. Oh, excuse me, that was strike 3 as Kabuta was able to record the second out of the inning. Had him swinging. He currently has 2 strikeouts so far in the bottom of the fourth. Strikeout Devin Mahoney and Avery Stolick. And he throws another strike to Caden Aslan for strike 1. Caden Aslan calls for time. Maybe trying to disrupt Kabuta's timing here. He goes right back into pitch. Just missed away as Caden Aslan was able to hold back. Counts at 1-1 here in the bottom of the fourth inning with 2 outs. Colonial is currently down by 2 runs as they attack on another run here, making it 7-5. Takes away for ball 2. The Rush need to do whatever they can to stop the Colonials from getting on. He did go through as he wasn't able to hold back the swing, and now the count's even up at 2-2 with 2 outs. And down by 2 against the Rush here in the bottom of the fourth inning. Colonials currently have 9 hits. And he gets him looking for strike 3 to limit the damage. That'd be his 3rd strikeout of this inning. Rush are currently leading 7-5 against the Colonials as the Colonials were able to bring up 1 more run. But we'll be right back after this break.
There's something winning in the Agua. Catch all action at 360 Sports at Otto's. Giant wraparound screens. See live scores on the LED big with our bar top games. Sun bar food favorites. And with 3 premier casino locations is the ultimate fan experience at AguaCalienteCasinos.com.
Across the Coachella Valley, you'll find our communities powered by short-term rentals. These rentals bring visitors and dollars to the region. Whether attending events, checking out the restaurants, you spend money, we only $1 billion impact of short-term generates tax revenues that fund police, firefighters, education, and improve our daily short-term rentals are at gleam.org.
Shopping for car insurance.
Welcome back, everybody. Thank you for tuning in to Game 1 of the PSCL here on Thursday morning. We had some action so far through 4 innings of work. The Colonials tacked on early by putting up 2 runs here in the bottom of the first, but the Rush were able to attack back by putting up a whopping 5 here in the top of the second, and then the Colonials were able to bring back 3 more runs here in the second and the 4th inning, making it 7-5. The Rush are currently leading, but they do need to keep on putting up runs because the Colonials are attacking the ball very well, taking pitches, and able to get runners on. And now we have the third baseman, Kyler Bachman, coming up to bat, taking for strike 1. It's currently an 0-1 count. Both teams have been able to get runners on and bringing them in. The Rush currently have 7 hits and 2 errors. Still leading up by 2. It counts 1-1.
Ricky Kubota's got them this far. He's pitched all 4 innings, and looks like it might be the end of his day. There's a pitcher warming up in the Rush bullpen. Looks like number 10. It's Matthew Board warming up down there.
Yeah, Kyler Bachman, it's 0 for 2. He struck out. And he records his first hit of the game, hits it through the 5-6 hole, roped it down there. Left fielder fields it and throws it to second. Now both teams every inning gets a runner on, putting pressure on both of the pitchers. Great day so far offensively. The Rush are still looking for their first win, but they are earning it today. Getting runners on, bringing them in, making the pitchers work and earn their outs. And now we have Neil Navarro, who's currently 2 for 2. Had a double his first time around and a single. That was for strike 1. Kyler Bachman takes a small lead there at first. Currently counts even at 1-1. Here in the top of the 5th inning. Rush are currently leading 7-5 over the Colonials. Colonials were able to put up a run last inning to cut down the lead to 2. Takes for strike 2. He's in a hole now, 1-2. Now, if you're Navarro, you just want to put it in play and hopefully move Bachman to second base to continue with runners in scoring position and hopefully bring them in to pile on the lead. Takes in for ball 2. As Navarro scooped back a foot just to avoid being hit. Orlando Shen is coming in as he's relieving Cohen Goez. Shoots it over the infield and records another hit. The Rush have back-to-back hits so far to start the inning. Neil Navarro is having himself a perfect day, going 3 for 3 so far. Now we have Easton, the first baseman, who was hit by pitch and flied out to a left fielder. He's currently 0 for 2, although he does have a run scored. Orlando Shen's getting himself a jam. Runners on first and second. We have Kyler Bachman standing at second and Neil Navarro standing at first after a single. Rush are currently leading 7-5.
And I'm a little surprised there's no one warming up in the Colonials bullpen. Not sure if there was someone warming up earlier and they're already ready. But right now, it looks like this is Orlando Shen's inning.
Takes low for ball 2. Now the Rush have been getting better with runners on, putting the ball in play and bringing them over to score. Time was called just to catch a breather. Easton currently is up 2-0 in the count. 2 balls, no strikes. And now it looks like the Colonials have some movement down in the bullpen. Pitcher stretching, but we'll confirm with you who that will be in a sec. Takes away for ball 3. Currently 3-0 to Easton, the first baseman. We have Kyler Bachman signing at second and Neil Navarro signing at first after his single.
Yeah, Jonathan Guerrero, number 19, warming up right now.
And now the bases are juiced for the Rush. So if you're the Rush, this is your chance to pile on the lead here with the base hit, hopefully bring it in 2. And it looks like there's a mound visit with the players just to calm them down a bit. Big inning here as they're only down by 2. The Rush are looking to pile it on though.
Yeah, and part of this too, it also gives Jonathan Guerrero a couple more seconds to get some warm-up throws in if they really do need to hurry him into this game.
Just make sure to get a little breather in, kill some time. As the Rush is currently having the momentum here. Bases loaded, no outs. And due up for the Rush, we have Jordan Winter, who's currently 1 for 2, a single with an RBI and scored run. And on deck, we have number 25, Solly Winter, playing right.
That umpire meeting as well also helps the Colonials out with Guerrero getting warmed up. Again, not sure if he's going to be ready anytime this inning, but if it gets to that point, they could rush him in.
Yeah, you never know, as both teams' offenses has been working the count. Now he takes for strike 1. Jordan Werner down 0-1. The corners are in, first and third, playing on the grass. Check swing for strike 2. And all the Colonials, all they have to do is just make weak contact and get a double play here as the bases are loaded with no outs. Stop the Rush from getting the rally going again. Jordan Werner calls for time. He has something stuck in his eye. Now gets back in and ready for action. First and third are currently playing on the grass, just in case for any weak contact or a bunt. Here comes the pitch. And it shoots it over to third baseman. It bounced over. 2 runners are coming in to score. The left fielder bobbled it, but he is able to keep it in front of him. Jordan Werner is a 2 RBI single. As Kelly Bachman and Neil Navarro were able to score off that. So now you have Easton starting on second. And do up, we have Solly Winter, the right fielder. 2-hit day for Jordan. Collecting his 3rd RBI of the day.
And this is what the Rush have needed all season, and it's what they haven't been able to pull off.
And he dropped it, and now he's able to throw to third. And get the double play. Justin, ooh, he beats it off as the throw took the first baseman off the bag. Close play as they were able to recover. They have 1 out here in the top of the 5th inning. As they got the lead runner, which was Neil Navarro getting out at third. Had the chance for a double play, but the throw by the third baseman just took the first baseman off the bag as Solly Werner is now starting at first. It shoots it over to the left field and it stays just foul. Ooh, that was a close one.
You're right on that, Johnny. I thought that ball was fair by about a foot, but home plate umpire calls it foul. Honestly, I'm not 100% sure what he saw there. It looked like it was fair, but just a long strike for Aiden Litzenberger. It looked like he was about to basically put the nail in the coffin for this game.
Yeah, they're currently up 9-5 as they scored 2 runs in the past 2 innings. And it's fouled. The first baseman's under it. Does he have room? Just ran out of room as he was running towards the fence for strike 2. Sully Winter down in the count 0-2. Still with 1 out here in the top of the 5th inning. The Rush are currently leading 9-5 as they're able to put up another 2 spot here.
And how much of a difference that call makes. A second ago, Aiden Litzenberger thought he was about to be standing on second with 2 more RBIs. Now he's down 0-2, and Orlando Shin can throw anything at him.
Shoots it past the third baseman. The runner comes around, and he stops at third, moving him station to station. Great 2-strike hitting by Sully Winter.
Yeah, probably a smart move by Zach Novus at third base to hold off Jordan Winter from scoring. Aiden Litzenberger hit it into shallow left field, and coming in on it, Avery Stolick was only about 90, maybe 100 feet away from third base, so any throw was probably going to get him at home.
And he takes for ball 1. Great take. Rush are currently leading 9-5 here in the top of the 5th inning. Takes for ball 2. And now we have TJ Wilson coming up to bat. TJ Wilson currently had a triple and a walk. 1 for 1. Takes for ball 3. Still with 1 out here, you do have a chance to get out of it with a double play if you're Orlando Shin. And that's ball 4 as the bases are loaded yet again. That'll move Aiden Linsenberger to second and Jordan Winter to third base.
And it looks like this is going to be Orlando Shin's day. Just an at-bat you can't have there. 4 straight balls, none of them close. TJ Wilson didn't even have to think about swinging in. The Rush just licking their chops here. They've got bases loaded and 1 out.
It looks like they're going to give some time for the bullpen to get warmed up. Probably discussing the game plan to get out of this inning as we have the leadoff batter, number 7, Brody Minnick. Had himself a 2-hit day. Had a double his first time around and a single back in the 3rd inning, collecting 2 RBIs off of that hit. Umpires coming around to make sure that the play resumes.
And I guess they're not going to send it over to Guerrero. He's not ready in the bullpen. So Shin's still in the fire right now.
Now let's hope he could get out of this and stop the bleeding. The Colonials have been doing their job getting runners on, bringing them in. But it just looks like the pitching just continues to just miss the strike zone. Although you do have to give credit to both teams' offense. They've been taking some great pitches, not giving in. And he takes for ball 1. And on deck, standing for the rush is Ricky Kubota. Takes away for ball 2 as the ball's out off the plate. He has nowhere to put him, so he would have to attack him right here. Or at least get some weak contact so they could turn a double play and get out of it, limiting the damage. Rush are currently leading 9-5, collecting 11 hits. Colonials have 5 runs, although they do have 9 hits and committed only 1 error.
And Shin needs to find it here. That's 7 straight balls out of his hand.
Colonials need him here desperately. Comes a big pitch. Missed him for ball 4 as he walked in a run. So that means Jordan Renner comes in to score and everyone moves station to station. Litzenberger's standing on third and Wilson's going to be standing on second with back-to-back walks. And now we have Ricky Kubota coming up to bat.
And I'm a little surprised they're not going with Guerrero here. It looks like he's done warming up in the bullpen.
And maybe they're going to have him finish off this inning. Lano Shane comes for the pitch. Bases loaded with 1 out after giving up back-to-back walks. Slaps it over to the right fielder. He gets under it, collects the out, although the runner does come in to score for a sac fly. They do have 2 outs here. Runners on the corners. Aiden Linsenberg comes in to score, and TJ Wilson advances to third after that sac fly. And now we have Jose Diaz, who was hit by a pitch his first time around. Fouls it off for strike 1. And standing on deck is going to be Kyler Bachman, who singled his first time around and scored. Takes for ball 1, counts 1-1 with 2 outs. Rush are currently leading 12-5 as they put up another 5 spot. The last one was back in the top of the 2nd inning. They collected 11 hits. Ooh, fouls it off. Third baseman Caden Aslin's under it, and it's out of play. Counts now 1-2 here in the top of the 5th inning. Still with 2 outs. Orlando Shin's looking to fight his way out of this one. Runners on the corners at first and third. Brody Mimic standing at first. And he takes off. Stealing at second and throws not in time as Brody Mimic stole. Counts currently at 2-2 with 2 outs.
Great job there by Minnick. Timed up the move perfectly. Had a great jump going down to second. There was not really any chance of getting him there, but a smart play by the Colonials trying to backpick Aiden Litzenberger, or not Litzenberg, TJ Wilson at third.
Count full now. 3-2 with 2 outs. Rush currently leading 12-5 as they put up another 5 spot here. 12 runs off 11 hits. Missed away for ball 4. Bases are loaded yet again. And now we have Kyler Bachman coming up to bat. Brody and Minnick standing out second, and we have TJ Wilson standing out third. Kyler Bachman's currently 1 for 3 with a single and a run scored. Does have the chance to do some damage here. Takes for ball 1. And it looks like the Rush did bat around already. Kyler Buckman smacks it over to the center fielder. Jogging over to, looks like he has a play and they get out of the inning. The Rush are currently up 12-5 as they put up another 5 spot here in the top of the 5th inning. The Colonials have some work to do if they want a chance to win here. We'll be right back after this break.
The Management Trust is a 100% employee-owned company. Every employee has a vested interest in providing memorable experiences to every homeowner and board members of HOA. Very powerful thing. No homeowners association is too small or to manage. From community maintenance services to customized absentee home care, the Management Trust provides just about every service any homeowner could ask for. The Management Trust, we're a community your homeowners association. To find out how, give me a call.
Outdoor living in the Coachella Valley is spectacular, and Tessera is the premier builder of outdoor living spaces in the desert. Nobody does it better than Tessera. From one end of this valley to the other, from Palm Springs, Raj, Palm Desert, to Indio and La Quinta. For 35 years, we've created the ultimate in outdoor living, pools and patios, so you and your family can enjoy each other. Live well. Live Tessera.
Quality first. It's quite a philosophy to live by. But world-class ingredients are the foundation, and we wouldn't have it any other way. At Kaiser Downtown Palm Springs, we believe you deserve the best. So whether it's dinner for two or a celebration with 200 friends, quality.
All right, welcome back, everybody, and thank you for tuning in to the PSCL Game 1 here on Thursday morning. The Rush piled on another 5 runs back here in the top of the 5th inning, making it 12-5. The Colonials did put up 2 runs in the first and second, although they are still down by 7 runs, as they only put up only 1 run back at the bottom of the 4th inning. Although both teams been having runners in scoring position, and the Colonials pitching just managed to put them on for the Rush, and they took advantage of it. And now we have a first hit by pitch to Bradley Stoner, now advancing to first. And due up, we have Russell Lopez, the center fielder, 1 for 2 with the hit and a strikeout. Takes for ball 1.
A little surprised they've still got Ricky Kubota out there. He's thrown a ton of pitches so far. He's taken them through the first 4 innings. They did have a pitcher warming up in the bullpen last inning, but opting to stay with their starter here.
Shoots it over to left fielder. He's running back. Still running, back pedal, then he catches it. Almost in front of the warning tracks for the first out of the inning. And now we have Brock Robbie, the DH.
Today the Rush just haven't been able to get that quick inning so far after putting up a big number. They put up 5 last inning. Kubota's going to look for a ground ball here, anything in the infield. And again, if he can't get it done, they do have Matthew Board, who was warming up earlier.
Takes for strike 1, counts even up a 1-1. Colonials looking to fight their way back as they've been putting runs up on the board, but not as much as the Colonials been putting runs on the board, but not as much as the Rush. And he takes second. The catcher mishandled the ball and it went behind him. Bradley Stoner has his stolen base here in the bottom of the 5th inning.
Yeah, it looked like behind the plate, Neil Navarro might have had a chance at Stoner. Not the greatest jump ever, but on the transfer, the ball just pops out of the hand. Thankfully, it stayed close, though, so Stoner couldn't take third base.
And now Robbie even up the count at 2-2. And he takes 3. He's running, he slides. And he was able to get him. What a throw by their catcher to collect the second out. Stoner tried to have 2 stolen bags in 1 inning, but failed as the catcher threw him out at third base. Collecting the second out, although the count's full here at 3-2. Swing and a miss, and that's no issue for him as he struck out Brock Robert to end the inning. Still, the Colonials are down by 7 runs as the Rush put up another 5 back in the 5th. So let's hope they can turn things around here in the top of the 6th inning. We'll be right back after this break.
Outdoor living in the Coachella Valley, Tessera is the premier builder of outdoor desert. Nobody does that than Tessera. Valley to the Spring, Mirage, Palm Desert, to Indio and La Quinta. 5 years we've created the an outdoor living, landscaping, pool, so you enjoy live with Tessera.
Hello, Power Baseball. At SBMP Attorneys, we believe in the community. We proudly sing Power Baseball Championships for 20th anniversary, very 2025. Our team, SB Attorneys and the Palm Springs Power, are 2 teams that are committed to excellence, community, and the spirit of winning the ballpark.
Monster Shake, the best ice cream creations in the only serves all soft serve the best soft serve and smoothies, home to the world's best state share fun creations like ice cream, not candy burrito.
Welcome back, everybody. Thank you for tuning in to Game 1 here on Thursday morning. We have the Colonials versus the Rush. The Rush have put up a 5 spot back in the top of the 5th inning, making it 12-5. Now, the Colonials have been scoring runs, but not as much as the Colonials. The Rush are up 12, and the Colonials are down by 5. Rush collected 11 hits, while the Colonials only had 9. And due up for the Rush, we have Neil Navarro, the catcher, having a perfect day, going 3 for 3. He takes for strike 2, is currently in the hole 0-2.
And on the mound for the Colonials now, third pitcher of the day, Jonathan Guerrero, out of New York Canton. 5'10", 190-pound lefty out there. Third appearance in the PSCL so far. First 2 were both against the Grizzly. Had an inning in each game, allowed 2 runs, or 2 earned runs.
He smacks it over to this right center gap. Rounds second, and he rounds first, and he stays put with the single. Going 4 for 4. What a day for him. Has the most hits so far out of both teams. And now we have Easton, the first baseman, coming up batting 6th. Has a hit by pitch, flied out to the left fielder, and walked.
Yeah, Navarro saw a couple breaking balls in that at-bat. This one, almost middle, a little farther out over the plate, able to pull it into right field, and a leadoff single, and just what the Rush need.
Easton takes low for ball 1. Now the Rush continue to get runners on and bring them across, taking advantage of the mishaps by the pitchers. Still a lot of game left, although the Colonials are running out of time. He's only going to have 6 outs to play with. Jonathan Guerrero checks on Neil Navarro, throwing back to first, throws it back again. And it looks like we have a pinch runner for Neil Navarro. We'll go ahead and confirm with you on that as soon as we find out who it is. Takes for ball 2. Counts currently 2-0 to Easton. Still looking for his first hit of the day.
And Johnny, you mentioned that the Colonials only have 6 outs to play with. There's no guarantee they get those 6 outs.
That is true. Forgot to mention to you folks, the PSCO is going to be 7 innings or 2 hours, whichever comes first.
Yeah, and we're running right on the edge of that 2-hour limit, so unless they're able to get through the rush really quickly this inning, it's most likely just going to be the 6th that they get to hit in.
Now Easton's still up in the count 3-1. Here in the top of the 6th inning.
Easton Kretzer's reached twice, does not have a hit yet today.
Fouls it back for strike 2. And on deck we have Jordan Wenner, who also has himself a 2-hit day today. Count's currently full 3-2 to Easton. Here in the top of the 6th inning, the Rush are currently leading 12-5. And then Guerrero walks them. So we have the pinch runner starting on second, and Jordan Werner is going to be, Easton's going to be starting. Well, New Navarro's pinch runner moves to second base. Just a quick mound visit with their catcher, as we have no outs here in the top of the 6th inning. Rush are currently leading 12-5. Jordan Werner takes low as the ball skipped at the catcher for ball 1. Jonathan Guerrero is a lefty. And Jordan Werner is be batting ready, so we have a lefty-righty matchup here. Takes for strike 1, counts even up at 1-1. And the pinch runner will be number 15, if I'm correct. Excuse me, number 16, that would be Evan Percival. Throws the third baseman catches it, throws it to second, and throws back to first to get the double play. What a play by the Colonials third baseman, Caden Aslan. Backhanded it, threw it back to second and to first, collecting the 2 outs here in the top of the 6th inning.
Yeah, great play. He gets the ball, and he knows that Billy Tsukumis, who's the pinch runner going down to third, he had no chance to tag him. It might have completely lost the chance to get any out if he went out of the way to do that. So fires it down to second, fires it down to first, and they get both of them in time.
Yeah, now we have Sully Winner, the right fielder, coming at the bat. So 0-2 count to Sully Winner. The man starting on third.
And again, that double play right there, if they can get Sully Winner here, really helps the Colonials' chances because, again, it's a 2-hour and 10-minute time limit that they have, and they're really running up against it.
It's out in the center, shallow center field, and they record for the 3rd out. No runs given up. Although the Colonials are down by 7 as they're losing 12-5 going into the bottom of the 6th inning. We'll be right back after this break.
Everyone knows good things come in threes. Play combo for just $19.99. Good things come in 19.99s. Maybe not. The Dave & Buster's Eat, Drink, and Play 99.
Try our big, beautiful all-day menu with more than 6 dishes and our award-winning 3-course brunch for only $27.99. At Palm Springs' most pop, always a party at Lulu.
Jessup Auto Plaza has been proudly serving the Coachella Valley since 1938. Auto Desk with a range of electric vehicles. Drive the Chevrolet Power Seative Island Power. Bold performance of Jessup Auto Plaza since 1938. The EV brands you love, the family you trust.
Welcome back, everybody, and thank you for tuning in into Game 1 on Thursday morning here for the PSCL. Colonials down by 7 while the Rush put up another 5 spot back in the 5th inning. That would be the second one, as they had another one back in the second. Just piling on the runs. And now the duel for the Colonials, we have Corey Fisher. And we do have Matthew Board here in the bottom of the 6th inning relieving Ricky Kabuta. Matthew Board has pitched in 6 innings so far in 2 games, collecting 5 strikeouts and 7 earned runs. And now he's ahead in the count 0-2 to Corey Fisher, the first baseman.
Yeah, Matthew Board, one of a handful of guys out of New Mexico Highlands. 5'11", 200 pounds. 6 innings in the PSCL so far across 2 appearances. Last time out was just 4 days ago against the A's. Had a tough time against them. 6 runs, 4 earned, walked 4, struck out 5. So if he can limit the free bases, he's got a good chance at shutting this Colonials offense down, though. He does have some good strikeout stuff.
Here comes the pitch. Got him looking for strike 3. Great pitch on the corner. That'll make his 6th strikeout in total this summer. 5 against the A's. Last time around on June 15th. And now we have Evan Percival, the catcher, coming up to bat. Who's 0 for 2, although he did come in and score twice. Takes for ball 1. Skipped at it, and now it's ball 2. Counts currently 2-0. The Colonials are down 12-5 here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Colonials have 9 hits and only brought in 5 runs. The Rush put up a whopping 12 runs and 12 hits. Hit him in the back for against Percival, and now there's a man on first. Now, the one thing that's been great about the Colonials is that they've been getting a run around almost, it's been exactly every inning. And we're here in the bottom of the 6th, and they yet have another runner on. And now we have Alec Bostrom, the extra hitter, batting 10th.
Little surprised. It looked like the pinch runner, Newcomb, was going out there to take over for Percival, but was waved off.
Now it's ball 1 to Alec Bostrom. Chops it over to third base, but it's foul as it rolled out. Currently a 1-1 count with one out, which was a strikeout looking by Corey Fisher. Here in the bottom of the 6th inning, Rush currently lead 12-5. Throws it behind him. Percival runs and advances to second off the wild pitch. The count's currently a 2-1 for Alec Bostrom.
Yeah, it looked like on the mound, Matthew Board was trying to throw in a curveball there, and it just completely slipped out of the hand.
Now we got a runner on second base yet again for the Colonials. They've been continuing to do that well today, just not as much as the Rush. And now the count's 2-2 with one out for Alec Bostrom. Let's see if we can put him away here and have the 2 outs. And yes, he does. He gets him swinging with that fastball. Strike 3. Currently has 2 Ks so far this inning. And now we have Devin McHoney currently with 2 hits and a strikeout.
Yeah, so far Board pretty on point with the fastball. Had a couple misses with that curveball, but goes after he throws it to the backstop, goes back-to-back fastballs, both of them strikes. And there's a chance he's just 1 out away from taking home the first win of the season for the Rush.
Yeah, the Rush deserve it too, as it's been slugging their way through. Fighting pitches off, working full counts. Making the Colonials pitching staff work today. As Devin takes for ball 2, counts currently 2-0. With 2 outs here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Colonials currently down by 7 runs. The score is 12-5. And it looks like there's just going to be a quick meeting. Maybe a miscommunication with the signs, or maybe just to calm them down a bit.
Yeah, not sure if it's something about the signs or if it's just, it looked like Board just overthrowing the fastball in the last 2 pitches, kind of sensing that this could be the end of the game, a little bit of adrenaline, a little bit of nerves coming up, and just trying to basically throw it through the batter there. Both of them 83 and 84, and just pulled it out of the zone.
Missed low for ball 3, counts currently at 3-0. Still with 2 outs. And on deck for the Colonials, we have Thomas Cheplick, the second baseman, who's 2 for 2. A triple, a single, and a walk. Ball 4. So that'll move Evan Percival the second, while Devin goes to first base off a walk. Chapek is playing second base today. Had himself a great day too. It's going to be a lefty-righty matchup as Thomas Chapek bats left. Hits it right to the center fielder, and he's under it. And that'll be the 3rd out of the inning. And it looks like that will be game as the catcher and the umpire shook hands. So the Colonials lose 12-5, while the Rush collect their first win, as they rightfully so, deserving it. Taking advantage of all the walks and hit by pitches and bringing them in. The Rush currently had 12 runs, 12 hits, and only committed 2 errors. While the Colonials had 5 runs, 9 hits, and only had 1 error. And Steve, what stood up to you for this game so far?
Well, for the Rush, it's just, we've seen it a lot from them. We've seen solid performances on the mound. We've seen solid days at the plate, and they've taken out leads against every team they've played. They just haven't been able to finish a game, and for the first time today, they get the 5 runs in the second. Then the Colonials try and fight back. They put up 2 in the second. They put up 1 in the 4th. But then that 5th inning for the Rush, they put up 5 more and really just put the nail in the coffin. It's just the first time they've been able to finish off a team today, and a great job by them. Ricky Kubota gave them all they needed, 5 innings, 5 earned, but it's 5 earned on a day where your offense put up 12 runs, And then at the end of it, Matthew Board able to work around a couple free passes, gets the strikeouts, gets the pop out to end the game. And a great day for the Rush, a great day for Zach Novus, and they're finally on the board. Got their first win of the season in the PSCL.
Yeah, you said it. You said it right. So the next game, we have Chubb versus Bombers coming up next. And we'll go ahead and stay tuned for us. Thank you.